Matthew McConaughey, you couldn't make this story up if you had all of Hollywood writing it, right?
If it was made up, it was still worth telling, but it's even more worth telling because it's based in truth.
You're gonna get in too deep, and they're never gonna let you out.
You talk, I know.
Youngest informant, the FBI in America. I mean, yeah, the story, you hear it, and you're like, how did I not hear that before? Is that true? Yes, it is. And we got to go tell that story.
First time I looked in your eyes, I knew you were gonna be bigger than me. I knew your life was gonna be bigger than mine.
One of the things when I see this movie that I think about, parenting is everything. As a parent yourself, it makes you really think about that, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, look, the role I play, I'm not a very good parent.
No, you're not winning Father of the Year.
No, not even on the top 100. You got to follow through, and I like the father in this story doesn't follow through. And is that partially because of his circumstances, his lack of education? Was he born into it? Sure. It also says for me something about the epidemic we have in America of single-parent homes. It's a problem.
You're gonna let her talk?
I'm going to the goddamn house.
Ray, stay out of it.
Put some clothes on, will ya? We're going for custard.
Some people don't have the choices that other people do. Like Rick Senior, like he didn't have the choices that maybe my parents had in their way to parent. He had there were less cards that he was dealt because of the situation he was in, because of Detroit in the 80s and the impoverished city that he was living in.
The worst father ever.
I'm not gonna let you ruin your life, Don. No drugs in the house.
You're a drug addict in this one.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to play a drug addict because I've never taken crack, but which is a good thing. I mean, it's just like difficult because it's like a very fine line towing. I think as an actor, like you can be very over the top when you're playing someone that's high. So it's like finding that balance between real but also showing people that you're high.
Ask yourself this. Would you believe a 15-year-old kid was working for the federal government?
But he was.
I got friends from Detroit, and they always told me about this cat, you know? So I want to see what the movie's about. Big fan of Matthew McConaughey. I was hustling in the 80s right with them, but I was in L.A.
This kid is 17 and a drug kingpin in Detroit. How crazy is that, knowing what it was like?
Well, to make it the kingpin that early, that's hard. You know what I'm saying? But it's a quick rise and a quick fall in that game. You know what I'm saying? Like, most of the cats that get in around 18, 19, peak out around 21, 23, in penitentiary by 24, 25, you know. So that's how it goes.
Working with McConaughey, the dude's a vet. He's won an Oscar. He's done it all. What do you soak in from that?
Just be yourself and never be afraid to take chances and just go for it.
I tried your bourbon.
Yeah, Long Branch.
Yeah, I loved it.
It's really good.
How did you get into that? You got to walk me through.
Well, I've been creative director for Wild Turkey for the last 3 years. And I went to Eddie Russell, master distiller of Wild Turkey. When I first came on, I said, listen, I got a secret. I've always wanted to have my own bourbon and make my own juice. And he was like, well, you're talking to the right guy. So we came up with steeping it in mesquite charcoal, and he sent me testers over 2 years' time until the 88th one, and I went, that's it. And that happened on my birthday a couple years ago, and that's what you got in Long Branch.